everybody? Welcome back here to the Mountain Race Series as we are here at Homestead, Miami Speedway, after a long debate on where the finale would be, a lot of testing, and a lot of laziness. But, nonetheless, we're back, and we're here to crown a champion. As you can see, they're on the track right now. This is not the race yet. This is practice, as these drivers are getting some laps around Homestead, get ready for the race. First and foremost, I want to thank Dylan Young in advance for sending me this Homestead track to help my search for a finale track out, and it's been really fun to watch them race. I made a couple of adjustments for the race. I know we usually run cautions off, and I've kind of went back and forth on that, but for this race, the cautions will be on for the finale, and the sole purpose of that is to keep the pack together. That way they don't pit and spread out, and it's not a kind of a boring finish. I want the pack to stay together for the most part, and I don't want it to be determined by, pit strategy or just having track position and not being able to catch up, So I'm going to have cautions on, so I hope you guys are okay with that. As we're going to take a look now on track how everybody is doing, and you're going to see stuff like that. A lot of this is going to be happening, and they're going to go 5 wide. This is not to give representation if they wreck. Okay, they didn't wreck. Okay, that's surprising. We're going to take a look at the 4 championship contenders battling for the title. And it's been basically 5 months to the day recording this since race 9 at Phoenix. And the first of the 4 right here is James Silverfox in the 91 Best Buy Dodge for Abraham Motorsports. Silverfox won earlier this season at Texas. Kind of worked his way through the chase. Not really much of a contender for a lot of the races, but he kept his nose clean for the most part and got the points he needed to advance. And Silverfox right now is currently 8th fastest on the speed chart, so good so far for the 91 team. The only Dodge in the chase, trying to get a championship for Abraham Motorsports, and I believe the first Dodge to win a championship since Jake Rogers in season 2, I believe. We're going to look through here and see if we find any more of the chase contenders. There is Steve Gonzalez, the reigning and defending Mountain Series champion, still winless this season. He's not won, but his consistency kept him up. It's kind of been his trademark here in the series over the seasons, I should say. Steven right now is 15th fastest, right here behind Sky Commons. Steven would love to try to go back-to-back on the championships and maybe try to pull off a victory so he can say he won a race this season. So we'll see how Steven does and how he'll fare for the race. James Qualls, one of the last people to get into the chase and actually won the other Texas race in the chase to solidify himself a spot into the championship 4. So he didn't have to worry about much after that. I believe it was Texas he won. It's been a while since I've recorded this, but James right now is currently 10th fastest, so he's actually showing speed. The Ralph Finlay car right here, number 6, trying to see what he can do and try to pull off. I guess you can almost say this is upset in a way for Qualls to win this, but honestly at this point I think it's kind of a fair game for all these guys, kind of level playing field. And going to the final driver, Tim Fiegel, the rookie here for Furniture Row in the 78. Got the win earlier this season at Charlotte. Kind of reminiscence of Truex winning at Charlotte in real life. And he's a Truex fan, so I guess it all makes sense. Fiegel won there, and he's been pretty consistent through the chase. Finds himself in the championship 4 and battling for the championship. Trying to be the, I don't know if he's the first rookie or maybe be the first rookie to win the championship. And he's currently 41st fastest. I don't know what's going on with the 78 car. Huh. But again, the speeds are pretty close, but that's kind of a eyebrow raiser right there for the 78 car. 41st fastest. There's only 42 cars here, so that's not really looking good for that team, but it is practice. We still got qualifying and happy hour, and then we'll get to the race. It's 54 laps for that race, but what's going to happen, we don't know yet, as we're going to pause it here and take a look at the practice speeds from this point. Sky Commons is going to lead the way in the 31 car, the rookie. He's won a couple of things this season. I think he won the All-Star race, and he won at Bristol, I believe. I want to say. I'm not 100% sure. You see Dylan Young, the guy that brought me this track, is actually running second in car 2, P2. Cody Lamas, trying to get something to happen at the end of the season. He's going to be 3rd. Tim Walsh, Trent Dunham, and then the rest of your top 10. Joshua Mudd, Joshua Balkin, Cole Daly, James Silverfox, and James Qualls rounds out your field. Again, this doesn't really mean anything. It's just to show you guys where you guys are on practice speeds, which honestly doesn't matter because it's still qualifying and then happy hour and the race. But without further ado, we're going to go on and get ready for the race for the Ford EcoBoost 400 here at Homestead Miami Speedway to crown the Season 6 Mountain Series champion. Who will win? Fiegel, Silverfox, Gonzalez, Qualls? We'll find out next. And welcome back, guys, here to the Homestead Miami Speedway. As we are here, as you see the cars on the back straightaway are ready to go racing here for the Ford EcoBoost 400. Season 6 is going to be finally coming to a close, and we'll finally be crowning a champion. 4 drivers came to today's race with a chance at winning the championship, but only one will leave Homestead after 54 laps. The Season 6 Mountain Dew Racing Series champion. Will this be the end of an era for this channel with NR, or will it come back? That's another question for another day. But for today, this is the focus, and we are going to try to crown a champion here at Homestead Miami Speedway. As we head to the back straightaway, Chris Dollerton in the 33, the rookie, picks up the pole today. This is the second pole of the season. He's looking to try to go out with a win today. Outside of him is Joshua Mudd in the 88 Mudmobile. Row 2 has Sean Henley and Sky Commons. Row 3 will have Cold Alley, and the highest qualifying of the 4 chase contenders, Steven Gonzalez, will start in the 6th position, and the Pennzoil Toyota for Michael Waltrip Racing. Steven is also going to try to go back-to-back as champion. Nobody's ever done that, and he's going to try to do it today. Row 4 has the 3 of Michael Norman, the 11 of Justin Perry, and round out the top 10, another chase contender, 2-time winner this season. I forgot to mention his Daytona win. And also at the chase race at Texas, James Qualls for Roush Fenway Racing, the Advocare number 6 Ford, is going to try to go for his first championship today. Outside of him is the 21 of Andreas Allen. And we look through the field a little bit more. You see James Silverfox, he's back here on the inside, and he's going to be starting in the 15th position. And 3 rows back, Tim Fiegel, who was struggling with speed, managed to get a 21st place qualifying effort, so they're all within the first half of the field. Cautions are on, 54 laps. Again, the cautions are on to keep the pack together for good racing so they don't spread out. But other than that, we're going to go racing here at Homestead Miami Speedway, and we'll get ready to show you your starting lineup for today's race and get the command for the final time here in Season 6 to go racing here at Homestead. Stay tuned. And there's the command to get the season finale underway. The engines have fired. As you look to the left of the screen, you'll see the starting line for today's Ford EcoBoost 400. Don't know what all is going to happen here. Don't know what to expect, but we'll see momentarily as Dollerton and Mudd will lead them around. The pace car is already onto the access road. What's in store for us today? Season 6 of the Mountain Dew Series is about to be done. We'll have a new champion, or possibly a repeat champion, but who will it be? Will it be Gonzalez, Qualls, Silver Fox, or Fiegel? We'll find out. Pace car is already on pit road, as Chris Dollerton, Joshua Mudd lead him down to the green flag for one final race this season. The season finale here at Homestead Miami Speedway is green, and a champion will be crowned in 54 laps. Michael Norman back there wasting no time, ducks under Cold Alley, and his teammate Sky Commons. That's going to be a theme today. You're going to see a lot of 3 and even 4 wide and possibly 5 wide racing here. As Henley drove it in there, tried to get Dollerton, but he couldn't stick it under him. Dollerton's going to try to hang on. They come off the corner. We're still green. Hopefully these drivers are not thinking too much about pitting. And these guys will have a nice clean race. Don't know what to expect. I'm hoping for the caution's sake they'll keep the pack together for the most part in this race, as they are 3 by 3 behind the leader, Dollerton, Henley, Norman, and James Qualls. Right now is the highest running of the chase contenders. Now how the champion is crowned today, there's no bonus points or anything like that. It's whoever finishes the highest out of those 4 drivers across the line first, takes the checker flag, will be the champion. Qualls is in a really, really bad spot right now. He's bouncing off Dunham, he's bouncing off Daly. Perry is bouncing off Henley. I see Fiegel and Gonzalez back there 4 wide. There's Silver Fox as well, following Jacob Lawler through the field with Tony Blazer on the bottom. Right now the top 2 are pulling away. RCR teammates Chris Dollerton and his teammate Michael Norman are pulling away. Oh, there's contact. Silver Fox around. Qualls around. Oh my goodness. I think they're going to get away from it. Everybody's slowing down and stopping. But 2 of the contenders got caught up in the accident. Silver Fox got spun. Qualls got caught up in it as well. There's Qualls. He has a little bit of side damage. The field did a really good job of avoiding that being a worse crash. Oh, they need to watch out. Oh, everybody's just kind of flying by. The pace cars haven't even picked up the leader. These guys are flying through here. Making me a little bit nervous watching this. It's like they're trying to get it situated. I think Joshua Collard's hood is buckled a little bit. I've seen what everybody else was involved. Charles Jackson possibly there. There's Chris Dollarton, the pole sitter, with Michael Norman. I think the leaders are actually came back around. These guys are trying to catch up. Jacob Lawler is pitting. I hope the field didn't get all messed up just now. I'm not sure what's going on right now. I think they're trying to get it situated. Looks like everybody's coming around to make sure they're on the lead lap. Now, these guys are playing bumper tag. I'm not sure what's going on here. Justin Perry is ducking the pit road. Cold Alley, they were involved. There's Qualls. He's coming to pit road. They probably put it a lot worse than what it was, but you definitely don't want to be coming down pit road this soon and to fix damage ever. And two of the contenders, James Silverfox and James Qualls, both the James right here, got caught up in the accident. That's a tough break. Hopefully they're able to fix their damage along with the other guys involved. Lawler's on pit road in the 56. A couple of Gibbs teammates. Cold Alley and Justin Perry were also caught up, I think, in the accident. And there's Qualls right there. He's fixing some damage. I believe these guys will be able to continue, definitely. That could have been a lot worse than it really was. So thankfully they're all okay. There's Lombard back here with Fitzwater. They got some damage. I feel like they did some bumper tag a second ago. Oh, they were catching up. Oh yeah, there it was. They got caught up right there. That's a tough break for those guys. They may be done for the day. I think Fitzwater took his car to the garage. Lombard, they ripped the hood off and just told him to go back on track. It's like, we need you to stay out there, bud. Looks like everybody else has continued on. And I guess that's that. We're under caution for the first time today. Dollarton actually got back up front, so I think everything got situated. I think he was, but they came around. They were already past the start-finish line. I think what the confusion was. But we're under caution for the first time today. Two championship contenders, James Qualls and James Silverfox, were involved in a multi-car accident on the front straightaway. Let's go back and see what happened that caught them up in this wreck. Now these guys are four wide right here. Silverfox on the bottom, Lawler, Qualls, and Daly. Trying to get the best angle of this. Now where did the contact start? James Qualls is going to come down. I think he hits Lawler. Lawler got forced down into Silverfox. And they're going to come up the track. Silverfox is going to get turned right in front of the 56 and the 6. Daly gets put in the wall with the 6. Joshua Mudd gets a piece of it. And he's going to get caught up. Sorry about that, had an interruption, but resume where we were. You see Mudd and Lawler go around with Silverfox, Qualls, Andreas Allen got a piece of it. There was the two teammates down there, Daly and Perry. Everybody kind of spun down to the bottom. Joshua Balkin back there, or him and Tim Walsh also got a piece of it. Trying to see if anybody else got caught up in this. It looks like everybody on the bottom kind of spun down there and they kind of got out of the way. Everybody else kind of went up high and avoided it. Good job by most of these guys to get out of this. The only problem we saw afterwards was the little checkup that got Lombard and Fitzwater caught up in the crash. It resulted in the 19 car going behind the wall. 24 had to repair damage. So James Qualls and James Silverfox got caught up in this crash. Will they be able to recover from this incident? We'll find out. Let's get ready to go back to green here at Homestead, Miami Speedway. And we are back as the pace car is heading back to pit road and going down the access road. Zachary Fitzwater did go behind the wall. The 19 has officially retired from the race. His season is over. It's a tough break for Zachary. He was hoping for a good showing today with that Evernham Dodge. But he'll be rooting for his teammate James Silverfox, who is still on track along with James Qualls. Qualls is right now in 38th and Silverfox is 36th. The other championship contenders, Tim Fiegel is in 14th, Steven Gonzalez is 18th. Top 10 rundowns, we go back to green. Chris Dollarton's leading, Michael Norman 2nd, Trent Dunham 3rd, Tony Blazer 4th, Joshua Mudd is 5th. Despite having damage, Joshua Balkin 6th, Tim Walsh 7th, also a couple cars with damage, as well as Andreas Allen at 8th, Ian Dutta 9th, and Sean Henley rounds out the top 10. We'll have to keep an eye on the back of the pack to see if Qualls is up to speed as well as Silverfox. Qualls got jumped on that restart by the 11, I believe. Qualls, so far, doesn't look like Qualls is up to speed, unless he just didn't have a good start. Silverfox is up there moving forward, already around Lawler, trying to. Just give these guys a couple laps and see how they are. As the field's already spreading out and everybody's getting to their racing line, where they're preferred to be. There's Gonzalez and there's Fiegel. Right now, Fiegel is the championship leader, currently running right now in the 14th position in that 78 car. Andreas Allen went way up the track. So see, some of these cars up here do have damage like the 21. We'll have to see how they fare up here. Balkan and Walsh kind of slid, but I think they're okay. The only thing they may be concerned with is tires. But nonetheless, they have nothing to lose. They want to just go out there and try to win the race. Speaking of winning the race, Trent Dunham, that's what he wants to do right now. He gets by Norman for the lead. He's got company on the inside with Tony Blazer in that 47 car as Dunham leads that lap. Now, for everybody else, the bonus points kind of still come into play with these other drivers that are not bound for the title. They're still racing for bonus points and all that, and points position, etc. Championship contenders are just racing against each other. Whoever finishes first out of the four, or across the line at the checkered flag first, is the champion. As Fiegel is trying to get around Sheldon, I think she just got under him. They're battling for 13th, and now Gonzalez is lined up behind the 29. And these two right here, the 78 and the 55, are battling for the championship right now. With Silver Fox and Qualls trying to recover from the accident. James McLeod right behind the 55. Michael Walton there as well. Zach Buchanan back there way up the track in the 14. We're going to back up a little bit and see if any of those other cars are moving forward. And there's Silver Fox. Silver Fox crossed the line last time by in 36th place. And there's James Qualls. He looks like he is not up to speed. He ran a 28.4. Leaders run 27s. And there's a good possibility that sixth car is off the pace. That's a tough break for Qualls. A lot could still happen. People can still have issues or problems. Qualls could be right back in this, so can never say never in these NR races. Right now, up at the front, though, is Trent Dunham. He's trying to check out from the field. Dollarton is now cleared for second around his teammate Michael Norman. Noah Boggs has moved up through the field. Boggs, one of the part-time drivers that came in middle of the season. He's trying to get up here and do something. Alex Drayden and Michael Walton were all the sub-drivers that came in and became the new permanent drivers for certain drivers that left early in the season, or about halfway through, I should say. Speaking of one of them, I thought I saw one of them. Joshua Balkan on the bottom with Steven Gonzalez. But they put Joshua Mudd down in the middle. Sheldon right there with Sky Commons, a couple more teammates. There's Blazer, Tim Walsh. The outside line looks like they're dropping back a little bit right now. Michael Cozy and Chris Washer are advancing on the bottom right there with Jack Richards and Joshua Collard. Look up here again. There's Qualls back with Aaron Reed. That's a tough break. So it looks like Silver Fox possibly is also off the pace a tiny bit as well. Again, don't want to call anything out yet, but it's still pretty early in this race. These guys just need to kind of keep it together and try to just race calm. I think they avoided a really big crash at the beginning of this race, because that could have been a lot worse and collected more than half the field, and it didn't. The downfall is we don't want to ever see any championship contenders get involved in crashes, but we just saw two of them get caught up in it. And Silver Fox is hanging on for his life, and Qualls is going to need a miracle at this point for these guys up here, the 78 and the 55, to have some issues and maybe knock them back there. These guys don't have to win the race to win the championship. They just need to be ahead of the other three competitors, and they're the champion. And that's exactly what the 55 of Steven Gonzalez is doing. He's up front right now in 8th place out of the 4. And right now, if the race would end right here, he would be the champion. Trent Dunham just lost the lead, and he's dropping back now. He's on the outside. Michael Norman, Sean Hindley are getting by. Noah Boggs is up to second, and Chris Dollarton resumes the lead. Cody Lamas has worked his way up here in the 48. Lamas, a native down here, goes to the races in person. Would love to actually win this race in a virtual world, I guess. Or he'll get put in the catch fence. What? Anyway, that's an inside joke. Oh, speaking of inside, he almost got wrecked by Sean Hindley. They got together. Apparently I jinxed Cody when I talk about him. Lamas in the 48 trying to move forward. Ian Dudda's moved his way up here. He's right behind his teammate Trent Dunham. They're back here in battling for a top 10 spot. 6th and 7th and 8th right now. Or 7th and 8th, I should say they are. Sky Common. There's Joshua Mudd. There's your top 10 right now. Move back a little bit. I don't know where Tim Fiegel is. There he is. He's working his way back up. He got shuffled to the outside. Red Bell is bouncing off. He and the 43. Close call for the 78. Spiegel is now going to move his way up. He's going to be in the 19th spot. Bleh, can't talk. 19th position. Dylan Young's trying to follow suit in the 2 car with Seth Colbert behind him. Zach Buchanan, Tim Walsh is trying to work his way back up, as well as Charles Jackson. There's Carpenter trying to make the outside work in the 39. A couple Evernham teammates with Walton and Freilich. There's Acosta, Richards, and Washer. Go back up here again. Michael Norman's trying to get back up toward the front. Peeks under Henley, can't make it work. Henley's trying to get around Noah Boggs for second. Dunham using the high side back there along with Carpenter. And Keith Batson back there in the 99 did as well. And we have to go back to another commercial break because I keep getting yelled at. And we are back. Sorry again. I try to tell them no more distractions. I need a couple minutes to myself. This happens a lot when I record at my house. Anyway, Steven Gonzalez is up here battling 3 wide for the 5th spot with Ian Dutta and Cody Lamas. See from the helicopter view above the track, Joshua Mudd following suit with his friend, Michael Cozy. And you see Sky Commons in the middle, 48 way up the track, as Sean Henley now peeks to the inside of the 33 for the race lead. Won't be long, this race is zipping by. We're working lap 23 of 54, or about halfway. In a few laps will be. There's Lombardi, and there's Qualls. He's still off the pace. That's a tough break. It's not what Qualls wanted to have it happen this early on. Silver Fox, they're just hanging on barely to the tail end of the draft. Or the pack, I should say. It's not really draft. Joshua Balkin's one of the guys that slid. He's really falling back. I think those tires are starting to take effect right now. He's back in the 33rd position. Tim Walsh was also another one that's kind of slid and he fell back. They're just kind of struggling trying to hang on. I think Andreas Allen was back there as well. They were all up in the top 10, but they didn't pit to get tired for their slides. And I think they're starting to pay for it now. As they're still side by side for the lead, Henley and Dollarton are going at it. Now Michael Norman makes it 3 wide in the Dow Chevrolet. Oh, contact with Henley and Norman, and then Cozy and Lamas back there made contact. Oh, these guys are racing hard, and here comes Steven Gonzalez. He's trying to peek under him. Steven, be careful. He's gonna get into the 3. Oh, and he did. Great camera work there, cameraman. Norman somehow hung on, and he's now to the lead. Gonzalez is going to try to clear Henley for a second. Oh, he wants more. He wants the lead. He's under Norman now with help from Cody Lamas. And I'm looking back there. That's 78. Tim Fiegel has worked his way inside the top 10. He's battling right now for the 10th spot and the 9th spot with Dollarton and Boggs. So that's 78. He's him up there. He wants to put up a fight for that championship. He was slow in practice, we saw earlier in the week. And he definitely was looking to try to bounce back. And I think they have race speed. They didn't have qualifying speed. He started the lowest out of the 4 drivers, but he's really coming through the field right now. A lot of speed in that 78 Chevrolet. But there's still a lot for these guys to go for today. They're one to win. They want to have a good way to end their season. Just because they're not battling for the championship doesn't mean they're just going to go over and lay over for these championship contenders. They're up here to, do something for themselves, help their team out, build some morality into it, maybe a possible next season if that happens or not. But, whatever happens regardless, they're trying to go out and do something today. As I look back here, as 78 almost bounced off somebody. Steven Gonzalez is now to the lead. He's been winless this season. He's the only championship contender without a win this season. And he's right now to the point ahead of Cody Lamas and the rest of this field. But he's had a winless drought. He only has one career win. He won last year at Bristol, right before the chase. He's got a couple of Mopar Nationwide Series wins. Other than that, it's been kind of a dry spell for this driver to win races. He did win the championship last season with only one win, but he's in a position again this year to win it all, but without a win right now currently. But he's at the point right now, leading laps, which kind of has been not a thing for this team this season. They've kind of been on a dry spell leading laps as well. Not been look as dominant as they were last season. But nonetheless, he's here, and he's trying to win this championship. As we look back for Tim Fiegel, he got kicked to the high side back here with Chris Dollarton. He's going the wrong way up on the high side. Dollarton was one of the dominant cars, and he got kicked up high, and he's having trouble getting back down, and he's losing spots left and right. Cody Lamas went way up the track. So they're 3 wide right now for the 2nd spot. Richards up the middle. Lamas had to back out the throttle and give it away. Sky Commons with his teammate Michael Norman and Sean Henley. These about 3 drivers are not giving up at the front of the pack. Gonzalez right now is leading the way. He's got about 10 car lengths on him, and they're going to be catching Joseph Lombard up ahead. He's in turn 1, and they just crossed the start-finish line. So these guys are going to have to deal with the 24's slow car. Zach Buchanan's worked his way up to the front. He started toward the back. Seth Cole, we haven't talked about him in the 52. He's up here. in that Slim Jim Chevrolet for 20X Racing. And speaking of 20X Racing, you see Henley there, and you see McLeod right there in the 51, the Blue Fox Chevrolet. McLeod won the championship here 2 seasons ago, despite being on a rampage, wrecking people. Almost was given a penalty that day for all the wrecks he caused, but nonetheless, he was the champion. So he knows what it's like and what the pressure is like here. But he hasn't won in over a season, and he's been winless this season, looking to try to get back into victory lane. He hasn't won anything since the All-Star race last season, and he's the winningest driver still. Still got that in the record book, as he has the 8 career wins, I believe, is what it is. And they're going to go 4 wide. Oh, we got to be careful, guys. Buchanan, Walsh. And they're going to make contact, and there they go. They're going down the track. Walsh got caught up in. Oh, he's still sliding. They're slowing down, trying to avoid everything. Oh, and they're stacking up in the back. Did Fiegel get through that? 78, so looks like he's clean. Perry just got in the back of Blazer. Somebody's smoking back there. Oh, and Silver Fox got caught up in the wreck again. Daly got caught up. Silver Fox is definitely in trouble now. Oh my goodness. Qual is just caught up. There's Lombard. I think, did Lombard? I don't know if he went a lap down or not. The leaders are trying to slow down. Uh-oh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Guys, slow down, please. I'm just watching the leaders. I don't even know where the pace car is at. I don't think pace car's on. Where is the pace car? I don't even know. When you don't know where the pace car is at, everybody's catching up. I think the pace car is over here or somewhere. There's a pace car. Okay. So I think they're getting caught up where they need to be. There's Sky Commons. He got caught up in the crash. He's coming down pit road. Llama's got a piece of it. The 48. He's staying out, though. Looking through here. We know Gonzalez got there. We saw the 78. I think he got mostly through it. Jack Richards, tough break for him. Another former series champion in season 3. He got caught up in the wreck, and they're piling up back here. What in the world? Spiegel's in the grass. I don't know if he has damage. Michael Walton is smoking out of that Valvoline Dodge. Noah Boggs got caught up in it. There's Silver Fox we saw. Sheldon, I think, got a piece of it. Red Bell. Dollarton possibly got involved. There's Blazer. Fiegel's coming down pit road. I don't know if he has damage. Where in the world? Where is he going? Okay. I don't think Fiegel has damage. I don't know if he got. I think there's confusion with the scoring. There's Jackson. He has damage. Fiegel's trying to drive around. The whole pack's not really caught up. Joshua Mudd has damage. Dylan Young got caught up in it. Alex Drayden. There's Cole Daly. And here's the pack right here. I think they're trying to finally catch up. And they wrecked. Silver Fox wrecked again with Andreas Allen. What in the world? What just happened there? These guys are trying to slow up and catch up. Did Silver Fox run? What in the world? Danny, what? Oh, wait. Did Danny plow? What? Tim Walsh is on the inside right here. I don't know what he was doing, but I don't know what Danny Wells was doing even more. Just plowed in the back of him. And Joshua Balkin followed suit. Just ran into him. And Andreas Allen ran in the back of Walsh. The Silver Fox ran in the back of Andreas Allen. Okay. Don't know what that was about. These guys don't like the cautions, I don't think, that well. And I mean, these guys are still trying to catch up. This is kind of ridiculous. We're going to go try to watch a replay and see what exactly just happened, because a lot just went down. Okay, they're coming off turn 4. Zach Buchanan's in the middle between Seth Cole and Tim Walsh. Everybody gets sideways, and it looks like the 15 got way too loose. And he's going to hook the 14 up into the wall with Llamas in the 48. And then everybody else is kind of in the ride at that point. Acosta got a piece of it, and then everybody starts piling in. Thought they were going to be good until they all started going down, and then I think the 15 came back up the track. We're going to kind of watch this and see where everybody was. Everybody starts slowing up, and they piled up back here. Alex Drain got in the back of Joshua Mudd. Well, actually, Cole Daly slammed in the back of the 27. Danny Wells, and there's Balkin, there's Silver Fox, Andreas Allen. And Buchanan just sitting there smoking. And then these guys are trying to avoid it. Like I said, some of you guys weren't even up here, like Reed and Qualls. And we witnessed what else happened, which was crazy. But nonetheless, that just happened. We're going to ride on board with Silver Fox with our cheap camera crew. And we're going to see what he saw right here. He was way out of the accident scene, but he ends up getting a part of it. When you can't see, look, he has no visibility. Just following the 8, and then literally like jam up. Just bumper to bumper, just everybody hitting each other. And that could be catastrophic for the 91 car's hopes of winning the championship this season. See Buchanan there sitting there smoking. He has to be done for the day, more than likely. But we saw a lot of things happen. Walls we saw get through the wreck, but he's really off the pace. Tim Fiegel had the scare of a lifetime right there. We're going to have to find Fiegel because he was in a mess right here. We're going to do the far chase camera view and see what he saw. It happened right in front of him. He's following Dolligen, trying to follow. The track's still kind of blocked up. He's trying to stay up high. They literally started piling up behind him. He follows right around the one with Trent Dunham, and just like that, Fiegel got through it. I don't think he got hit by anybody. We're going to just take a look right here. They kind of drive around because we saw him coming to. Oh, that's what he was avoiding. Man, he had another close call right here. Silver Fox got involved in another crash. We're going to have to take a look at this. I think somebody slammed in the back of the 21. Oh, it's Michael Walton. Oh my goodness. Oh, Jack Richards. What are you doing? Oh my. Did you see Fiegel sneak through this? Look at the heart attack and a half this 78 car had to have. I think he was going to follow the 83. He was going to follow, and then he sees everybody starting to duck to the left, and then he saw Qualls. He sees Aaron Reed. Tim Walsh narrowly avoids the championship contender. It was just a big-time scare for the 78. He's the one to go to the grass and avoid everybody. Just, it had to be a moment. We're going to go back to race and get ready for the restart, because that was wild we just watched. And we'll see what happens as we're going to be probably under 20 to go. Who will be the champion? We're about to find out. Maybe we'll have one last run that lasts that long. We'll see what happens. And we are back, guys. We're going to be under 20 laps to go. It's going to be a doozy, probably. Oh, boy. I think we'll have 17 to go at the line, I believe. If I'm wrong, oh well. Driver that fell out of the race includes Zach Buchanan, Danny Wells, Alex Drayden, Noah Boggs, Andreas Allen. James Silverfox is out of the race, feeling to 36. His championship hopes are over. Michael Walton fell out of the race, and Tim Walsh also fell out of the race. The 8-car Joshua Balkin is a lap down. So we're going to go green. Steven Gonzalez right now is currently leading and is the championship leader. Tim Fiegel is running 18th place, and James Qualls is back in the 30th spot. Joshua Balkin is a lap down on the inside. We'll see what happens to him on the restart. It's going to hold anybody up. But it's Gonzalez, Norman, Henley, Cole, and McLeod, the top 5. We go back to green for possibly the final time this season. We got to get back to Tim Fiegel and make sure they get around this 8 car because he's really off the pace. I don't think they are. Yeah, he's holding them up big time. He's going to end up getting wrecked. Or he may be going to pit road. Okay, the 8 car's pitting. Oh, he's really going too fast. Oh, my goodness. I didn't think he was going to make it through there. Okay, so Joshua Balkin did the smart thing, getting out of the way as Fiegel gets in the back of Red Bell. But they left a separation from the top 6 are now gone, including Steven Gonzalez. That's what Fiegel did not need to see, though. They need them to race it up, and he needs to catch up. Some of these cars have damage, like Jackson, like Bell, but Fiegel's car is still pretty clean. He's trying to motor his way up through the field. He looks like he still has a fast car. Maybe he has preserved something for the end of this race. Who knows? But he needs to get going. Lamas has damage as well, so they're trying to get around the 48. Some of these guys stayed out, but their cars are a little wounded right now. Jackson gets into it, and Tim Fiegel gets turned! Oh, no. He's spinning, but nobody's hitting him yet. Fiegel doesn't look like he got any damage from it. But the caution's out once again for the leaders. Gonzalez is still leading the way, and that's what he needs. He needs these yellows, but Fiegel, another championship contender, may have avoided a catastrophic miscue. Oh, and he gets in the back of the 41. What in the world? Oh, don't hit the 78, please. Don't hit him, don't hit him, don't hit him. No, Dally, no! Oh, my goodness. Well, he does have damage now. Well, Fiegel was doing good, and he cannot be happy with the 18 car after that. Oh my goodness. Fiegel, I don't know what happened. Now they're slowing up again. I don't know why these guys are having the hardest time getting this figured out. Washer, you need to go around this 23, and then you guys are right. That's why they keep wrecking, because of these cautions and all this happening. And I know people are saying, why do you have cautions on? Well, if it was green the entire way, we may have a big crash and the field be separated anyway. So I was trying to preserve pack racing. Didn't realize the caution was going to be absolutely chaotic like this. Again, this is not over until it's over. Gonzalez is right now leading the way. Fiegel has a little bit of rear end damage. I'm not sure how much it's going to affect his car, but he's coming to pit road nonetheless to fix that damage he got from the 18 car. Again, probably not happy with that driver right now for what just happened. That's a tough break. The other problem for Fiegel now at this point, he's going to be behind everybody because he's mired back in the 30s now. I'll make sure everything's alright. He's going to fix the car, it looks like. Or he's just going to drop out of the race. Oh. Okay, apparently it was worse than I thought. And apparently Daly, is he out of the race too then? Okay. So, just like that, Fiegel's out. Oh. Well. That just happened. Huh. It's not usually speechless that much, but right now I don't know what to say because that just happened. We're going to have to go back and check a replay out and see what all just happened. That probably just altered the championship battle to the end now. The 4 wide situations don't ever seem to disappoint as Dollarton and Fiegel are going to make contact. Actually, Jackson, the 5 car, hits Dollarton down into the 78. And they start spinning right here. Jackson gets a piece of Dollarton. Joshua Mudd, he hit the inside wall after hitting the 5. And mostly everybody else basically cleared that. But there's the second part of this that ended up being horrible. Right there, the 41 and the 78 got together. Tim was flying up through here. And the 41 was right in front of him. He just kind of slammed to this, almost like the quarter panel, the 41 up ahead. And everybody's up to full speed. Don't know why anybody didn't slow down. And right here, the 18 clipped the 78. And they both wrecked under yellow. And that hit right there ends up taking both those drivers out and takes Fiegel ultimately out of the championship fight as he is retired from the race along with Daly. That's going to change a lot of stuff. We're going to go back to green. Gonzalez leads the way. What is going to happen next? Well, we're going to have 10 laps to go, guys, as we cross the line this time by when we restart. More drivers did fall out of the race. They were both Fiegel and Daly. Our second championship contender has been taken out. Silver Fox and Fiegel are both in the garage out of today's race. James Qualls is still in the race in 27th place. And the other competitor, Steven Gonzalez, is leading the way right now and has stayed out of trouble. But there's 10 laps and a lot could happen. They could wreck and one of them get involved again. Nobody's safe, it looks like, at this point. But can Gonzalez hang on to win the championship for the second season in a row? He's still looking for that first win. But he got a lot of hungry drivers behind him wanting to finish strong and win this race. They're not going to let him just have this victory. So we're back under green. The only thing right now for Qualls' sake, he's the only other person that can challenge for the championship. He needs something to happen to the 55 to help him win it. Michael Norman is all over the back bumper. These guys don't care. Obviously, you can tell from these other wrecks, they don't care if these guys have the green banners, the green numbers on them. They don't care. They want to win the race, and that's what Norman does. He gives the 55 a nudge, moved him up the track, and Norman is going to take the lead away from Steven Gonzalez, as now we have 9 laps to go. James McLeod, another driver wanting to win this season. He's up now, sneak up on the inside. Seth Cole wants to win this season. There's Carpenter. We got a lot of hungry drivers wanting to win this race. We're going to take a look back where Qualls is at. Qualls is dropping straight to the back of this pack. Qualls again needs something crazy to happen up front and there be a wreck. The problem is we don't know if we have a lot of drivers left to cause a wreck. But they're bunching up once again up here. Norman leads this time by. 8 laps to go. And that's at this point, Gonzalez is his championship right now to lose. Like I said, Qualls is struggling to keep up with the pack. And his other 2 competitors are in the garage, done for the day. And their season championship hopes are over. McLeod gets under Norman, got him loose, and he's going for the lead. I said that really weird, but oh well. McLeod leads this time by. He's got his teammate Seth Cole right behind him. Sean Hindley's a couple cars back. Trent Dunn would love to get up here and win another race. There's Carpenter, who would love to get a win. Ryan Acosta, we haven't talked about. He's up there with his teammate Keith Batson, Michael Cozy. But can McLeod hang on to the lead? He moves to the high side now. These guys got to be careful. They're 3x3. It's great racing up at the front of the pack. Cole and Carpenter make contact. They keep it going, though. McLeod still has the lead, but he's going to have to get out of the throttle pretty soon, and there he goes. Carpenter now has the edge over Seth Cole in the Slim Jim Chevrolet versus the Tornado Chevrolet. Henley is shoving Trent Dunham down the back straightaway to get him to the inside, and he does. Henley still wants to try to peek under the one car. Cole goes way up the track. Gonzalez, got really close right there with Acosta. They're coming around. It's going to get crazy, I think, for the battle for the win right here. These guys are not letting up. They don't care. They're running like it's the last lap every lap so far today, it looks like. This time by, it'll be 4 laps to go. And Dunham and Henley were rim riding each other on the inside. They were leaning on each other. Carpenter still trying to hang tough on the outside. A lot of his teammates have been in trouble today with damage and been wrecked out. So he's trying to carry the banner today for Stewart Haas Racing. Carpenter can't hang on. Henley and Dunham are now battling for the lead. They're coming to the line to be 3 laps to go at the line. Carpenter way up the racetrack. And here comes Gonzalez back in the 55. Henley's getting pushed from Steven as they try to freight train the one of Trent Dunham. Right now it's a 10-car breakaway at the front of the pack. We go back to see where Qualls is at. Qualls right now is back here running in the 29th spot. And he's way off the pace. He's almost 7 seconds back. And at this rate, he's not going to look like his championship is going to happen today. Instead, the field's kind of separated due to damage and stuff. As Gonzalez gets under Henley for the lead. 2 laps to go. McLeod is getting another run with Seth Cole, his teammate. They're going to try to make another charge, try to get Tweenix a win. As they're racing with their teammates, Sean Henley. Right now, it's Steven Gonzalez is leading the way. But now they're about to go 3 wide for second. And this is exactly what that 55 car wants to see. But it's not over until it's over, though, for this win. McLeod's going to emerge out there in the second spot. But this time by, they're coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go. There it is. The final lap of Season 6 is underway. Gonzalez and McLeod look like they're going to be battling out for the win. McLeod, the winningest driver in the series history, wants to get win number 9, his first win of Season 6. Gonzalez is looking to win the championship and the race. Does McLeod have anything for that 55? Coming out of 3 and 4, McLeod gets close, but he had to check up. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. And we're going to see real life happen again now on a video game. Steven Gonzalez is coming off the final corner. He's going to take the Ford EcoBoost 400, and he's going to be your Season 6 Mountain Dew Race Series champion and a back-to-back champion. I never would have thought in a million years we would have had one of these races and the winner of the race was actually battling for the championship just like real life, but it just happened. Steven Gonzalez wins his first race this season, second of his career, but the more important fact, he is your Season 6 Mountain Dew Racing Series champion. McLeod made a valiant effort to catch him, but he could not get the run off 3 and 4 to get to him enough to battle for the win. And Steven Gonzalez is going to go to victory lane to celebrate the victory, but more importantly, he's going to celebrate another championship here in the Mountain Dew Race Series. It's a tough break how that ended up going. I didn't like seeing the other drivers get taken out in wrecks, but with the randomness and the luck factor of these series here on NR 2003, you can't really go against what happens. It's just a luck draw, but it's unfortunate what happened to the other 3 competitors. You see Qualls there, battered up race car. He ended up finishing, I think, in 29th place. And then we saw the other 2 contenders, and Fiegel in 33rd and Silver Fox 36th. Again, just how it goes. Just there's nothing we can do about it, and there's nothing about it that's rigged in these. I've been a part of one that happened. It's kind of awkward for me to actually see this happen in my series now, but nonetheless, that's 5 months waiting in the making, and this is what happened, so we got to go with it. But Steven Gonzalez is your winner today. He gets the win and the championship here today at Homestead Miami Speedway. James McLeod will end up 2nd, Seth Cole in 3rd, Michael Cozy 4th, and Trent Dunham 5th. Randy Carpenter, Michael Norman, Brian Acosta, Keith Batson, and Joshua Collard round out the top 10. Sean Henley, Chris Washer, Ian Dutter, Cody Lamas, Tim Fralick, your top 15. The rest of your top 20 was Sean Galligan, Justin Perry, Jacob Lawler, Jessica Sheldon, and Tony Blazer. And you look through the rest of your field, where everybody finished. Again, we have to talk about the guys that were battling for the championship that got taken out in crashes today. James Qualls ends up 29th. He'll end up second in the standings. Overall, still a good season for that the 6 car getting 2 wins this season at Daytona and Texas. So nothing to hang their head down with that 6 Roush team. Heck of a season for them. They can't be upset about what happened. It's just one race and bad luck wasn't on their side, but overall a good season for that team. You can say the same for Tim Fiegel and James Silverfox. Both picked up wins at Texas and Charlotte respectively. And they just ran their way through the chase. Nothing to keep their head down for. They all ran as hard as they could. Just bad luck bit them all today. And there's nothing to be ashamed of that. But the race is going to be about Steven Gonzalez, who picked up the victory and the championship. I still can't believe that happened. I'm just talking as me now, seeing this happen 3 years in a row now in actual system, like it's 100% it's happened, and then first time I'm trying it, it happens in this. 5 months waiting and it happens anyway. But nonetheless, the Ford EcoBoost 400 is a close, as well as Season 6. And we're going to go see the champion take his lap around and celebrate the championship and the win. And we are back live as Steven Gonzalez comes to the front straightaway just like a season ago. And it looks like he's going to burn it down here on the front stretch for the crowd to see. Too bad this one didn't have the yellow kind of, infield or whatever for him to do it in, but now he's going to do some donuts for the crowd. Celebrate the first one of the season. This is big for him. He really wanted to get another win. He's always been kind of alluded to how he had a hard time to win races, but can't get even much better than this. Win the race and the championship both in the finale. He's going to burn it down. He's not going to ease up on these tires. Looks like he's now going to drive around. So he's going to do a tribute with Alan Kowicki, do his Polish victory lap that's became such a patented thing now in the sport, and even in the world of NR 2003, as he goes driving around the Homestead Miami Speedway. Gonzalez only won this season came when it mattered. Here in the finale race here at Homestead Miami Speedway, became the series' first ever back-to-back champion. And just the odds of that happening is pretty great most of the time, unless certain things by the creator kind of make things work that way, which I can 100% promise you guys that was not the case here. That happened to me and was a big reason I lost a lot of interest in doing NR offline. But here it was 100% legit, just how it played out, and Gonzalez ends up winning the championship for the second season in a row, both times in this MWR 55 car, as he comes back around to the front stretch. And looks like he's going to do something else. Going to do a little donut. Don't know if you noticed what that was, but it looked like he did a little donut in the shape of a 6. Didn't show the skid marks, but I believe that was a 6 for his hero and favorite driver, Mark Martin, as he spins around on the front stretch. And he's going to park it here with the imaginary stand where everybody's at. Well, guys, it's just that time. The season is now over, as we're here at the Homestead Miami Speedway. But we had an exciting race, regardless. We had a great race here at Homestead, a lot of great racing. We crowned ourselves a champion in Steven Gonzalez. Great battle all race long. We had a lot of things go up and down, a lot of drivers needing good runs. They had their good runs. I mean, it was all out. Everybody wanted to win this race. 54 laps of it is over, and now the season is finally over. And that leads me to the next point. What is the future for the Mountain Race Series? Is this the end? Or are we going to see a return for a Season 7? That I can tell you right now, I am not sure about. I'll be honest with you guys. Some days I really love doing this, and some days I just didn't want to do it. I started this 5 years ago, and a lot's changed in that time, and I don't know what the future is. I'm not saying the YouTube channel is dead. The NR part, it could possibly be coming to an end. I'm not going to say never. I'm not going to say it's over. I'll never say never about that, because anything can happen. I can get back in the mood and I'll start doing it again. I just had a hard time really getting the track figured out for the finale, and I want to thank Dylan Young once again for the good race, the good track. So If 1 p.m. I'll probably still be sitting here thinking, what am I going to do? Am I going to go to Auto Club? Am I going to go to a plate race? Am I going to go back to Atlanta or stay here at Homestead? So there was a lot in the air about that. But in terms of doing this, I don't know what the future holds for this. I'm sorry it took so long to finish this season. I don't want to drag it out because everybody forgets about it. And I don't even know how many of you guys are actually going to watch this currently. So for those that stuck around, I want to thank you guys so much all the time we've done this. It's been an amazing ride doing this. If this indeed is the last race, I'm not going to say it is, but if it is, I want to thank every one of you guys since I started in 2011. That I appreciate you guys watching this all the time and whenever you did. I appreciate everything. Like I said, I put a lot of time into this, and I can't thank you guys enough for watching this. I made a lot of good friends doing this, and I still talk to a lot of them to this day. You guys know who you are and stuff, so I appreciate everything you guys have done for me and welcomed me into this community for NR. This is where I started. I mean, it got me into racing online too, so can't thank you guys enough about that. But enough about me. The Knights for Steven Gonzalez, your Season 6 Mountain Dew Series champion, and your back-to-back champion and race winner of the Ford EcoBoost 400. Thank you guys for watching this race. The points and everything will be at the end of the video if you want to stick around and watch it. But as the sun sets here at Homestead Miami Speedway, this is the end of Season 6. So farewell. Until next time, guys, I'm Dylan Poteet, and I'll see you guys in the future. Bye. Phoenix! Probably not, but I just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, and I hope you like this video for today. I will see you guys next time very soon, and thanks for watching this diecast for you. I'll see you guys later. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. Bye! The lifetime way. Wow. How did I get up there? Oh, this is impossible. The Captain Brohead Ray review. This is gonna be a problem. And Brian Acosta. P200 in front of John Dillon up the hill. Justin Perry's on his back bumper. He's gonna get wrecked. Oh, he gets pinned behind the 51. That's all it takes. John Dillon's going back to victory lane. This time the Mountain Race Series. John Dillon takes the Daytona 500.